DA, good morning, brother. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, buddy. Doing fantastic. How is it when you get together with all the old Notre Dame alumni and do stuff like this?
It is hilarious in the purest sense of the word. First, it's hilarious just to see guys that you don't see every day, and the last mental picture of them is when they were like 21 years old and they were young and strapping, and then they come in the room and it's like you look at them and you feel like that movie when Robin Williams was Peter Pan and he went back to Neverland, and all of the Lost Boys are like, you're Peter Pan? And they look at him in the eyes like, oh, Peter, that is you. So it's hilarious on that front because you're like stunned at the way guys look, some 30 years later. And then it's hilarious because Coach Holt is like even more hilarious and like more of a fine wine and more witty, in his latter years than he was back when he was coaching.
Yeah, he talks so fast, though, that sometimes I don't understand what he's saying. When he was coaching you, did you miss some of the stuff that he was trying to tell you because he speaks so fast and with such that crazy accent?
So what you're experiencing is a lack of it's a special training that happens, and it's just almost like it's absorbed.
Yeah.
So that happened like the first 2 weeks when we were freshmen on campus and we were kind of being initiated into the Notre Dame culture. And then after that, you understood perfectly what he was saying. And really the only distraction came, Coach Holtz has kind of a lisp. And when he gets really intense and like really emotional about what he's trying to communicate to you, every once in a while, moisture will like proceed out of the side of one of his lips.
Yeah.
And bang, 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 it might hit you in the eye, hit you in the forehead, whatever. So it's like, other than dodging that occasionally, that would distract you. But as far as the message and whatever he's trying to communicate, man, it was loud and clear. We understood it perfectly.
You got to speak Holtz. You need to take a class on speaking Holtz. Raghib Ismail joining us here on the show. So, your brother Kadri is a regular guest of ours, and he and I bond because we both went to Syracuse, and he's such a good conversationalist, and so are you. What was it like around the dinner table? Did anybody get any words in edgewise? I could just imagine you guys talking for hours on end to one another.
So I one of the things I admire my brother for was he was his ability to understand girls at a young age was very interesting to me. I was always shy, and if it wasn't for the fact that the girl thought I was cute and one of her friends came over to talk to me, I never would have had a girlfriend or anything. And one of the strategies Kadri figured out early was to figure out what girls like and get well-versed in that area and come to him. So I used to wonder, like, why is he watching these soap operas? Like, what the heck is going on? Back in the day, I think they still have soap operas on now, but he used to watch soap operas, like, all the time. And he's like, man, these things are a gold mine. All you have to do is watch these, and then the next time you see a girl that you like, probably 80% of the time she's going to like one of these soap operas, and you're in. So it's like insights like that. And the cool thing about him, actually, he was a very hard worker. I remember he had a paper route when we were like, I don't know, freshmen in high school, and he would get up like 5 in the morning before the doggone sun, go out, tie papers, and deliver them all over. And I was like, man, I could never do that. But my brother, his ability to communicate, his ability as a father, his ability as a communicator, off the charts. Love him to death.
Strategic flirtation. I like that.
Indeed.
I like that a lot. So Notre Dame is having a bounce-back season after last year, just 4 wins this year. In the top 5, people are thinking about them as a playoff contender. What do you think's been the big difference this season for them?
Man, a couple of things. If you're around football, one of the things that every coach says is you got to be able to run the ball, you have to be able to play defense, and you have to be able to not turn the ball over but get turnovers. All of those things are like happening consistently for the Irish this year. That offensive line, Josh Adams, and this is the thing, and I can't overlook this. Just after last year, a lot of times a coach that over the career that has the success that a Brian Kelly has, a lot of times coaches that have that kind of a track record don't feel like they need to change. They feel like, it's just retooling of what I've always done because I've had success, and that's going to be the answer. Well, the fact that he was able to humble himself, assess his program, and, hey, I'm not calling the plays anymore. I'm going to be more involved with the players, and I'm going to be able to look at relationships that I've had in this coaching realm, whether it's with strength and conditioning, whether it's with my defensive coordinator. I'm going to make the tough call. I'm going to replace those guys. Not that I don't love them, but I just feel like for the better results that we desire for the football team, looking at himself and making those hard changes on top of what I said earlier, like all that to me is a recipe for success.
Raghib Ismail joins us here on the show. Now, it's interesting. You guys are going to Ireland, having a deluxe golf tour. This is so cool coming up in April. Lou Holtz, Tim Brown, Steve Berline, Derek Mays, yourself, and other Notre Dame greats going to a once-in-a-lifetime Ireland golf experience. And you've got 7 nights out there, 6 rounds of championship golf. This is so cool. You've got fans that are able to sign up for this. Have you ever gone out to Ireland before?
I've never been to Ireland. I've been, as close as I've been to Ireland has been to London and Manchester in England. So this is going to be a first time for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. And the cool thing about the foundation is one of the things a lot of times when coaches are recruiting you, they'll give you the pitch like, hey, you come play for our university, you come play for me. Not only are these next 4 or 5 years going to be an investment of your time, but a return on your investment is I'm going to be a part of your life in a positive way until I leave this earth and beyond. And, Coach Holtz is, through this foundation, actually doing that. And so the funds that we raise to scholarships for guys who are trying to put their children through college but maybe might not have the means, this is going to the former players who fit that category and the scholarship funds at the University of Notre Dame. So everything that is not only the location and the time and just the scenery and the beautiful land of Ireland, but Coach Holtz sticking to his word is putting together a foundation that his players, not only guys who have played with him, but that their children and their children will be able to draw from for a long, long time.
ExecutiveGlobalTours.com is where you can get more information and to make your reservation. This comes up in April in Ireland. Notre Dame legends all getting together, and you can be part of it. That is ExecutiveGlobalTours.com. Raghib Ismail, one of the greatest college football players ever, joining us here on the show. This is a lot of fun, man. Thanks so much. Enjoy Ireland, and maybe as we creep closer towards that, we can have you on again.
Looking forward to it, DA.